Hey y'all, Jimmy here with the MGM. Today we are going to talk about the Kill Team Core rulebook. I just picked this up and I'm going to give you the differences between the Core and Lite versions. Alright, so can you play Kill Team with the Lite version? Technically yes, but there are some nuances not covered in the Lite version. The Lite version starts by discussing setup and what you'll need to play the game. It lays out how initiative is determined and how operatives are set up. It doesn't give you any missions, however, so you'll just be trying to kill the other team. The Lite rules then go into the phases of the game, the strategy, and the firefight phase. A list of actions is defined, but these are just universal actions. There are a few not listed, including pickup marker and place marker, but that's probably because they don't include any missions that require these. We then move to shooting and the fight action, which looks the same. The control range and valid target are present, as is visibility, but then we get into cover and obscurity. I think cover is okay. The core rules definitely give some more examples, but I think the Lite rules give you the general idea. There are some situations not covered in the Lite version. Being obscure is a big one, and the core rules tell you that if an operative is more than 1 inch away from intervening heavy terrain, and so is the target is obscured. If the firing operative is within 1 inch of said terrain, they are firing over it. And if the target is even partially behind heavy terrain, they count as obscured. So what is obscured? Well, the Lite rules don't tell you, but the attacker has to make all hits normal hits. So all your critical hits, if you rolled any, they become normal. You also can't change any hits to critical. The attacker must also discard 1 success instead of retaining it. To me, this is big, especially if you're playing a kill-only type of mission. Obscurity is a core principle of the game, and a major difference between the Lite and the core rules. The Lite rules then go into weapon special rules, and that's the end. The core rules will give you examples of what light, heavy terrain, traversable terrain. It gives you the rules for moving over terrain, like climbing and jumping and dropping down. It also gives you the definition of a vantage point. If an operative with an engage order is firing from at least 2 inches higher than a target, its weapon gains the accurate 1 rule. If it's at least 4 inches higher, it gains accurate 2. In addition, operatives that are at least 2 inches lower than an operative on a vantage point can't use conceal orders in light terrain for cover. None of this is covered in the Lite rules. The core rules then go into different kill zone types, including actions for city terrain, into the dark, and more. The terrain gives you access to guard actions, hatchway fights, and more. You then get access to some very minor missions. You get the Kill Ops, the Crit Ops, and the Joint Ops mission pack, which is more PvE. Both the core and the Lite versions are missing the universal equipment selections, which I think is odd, but those can be found under any Kill Team faction in the app. It's just odd to not include that in the core rulebook, as it's universal, but I guess the rulebook isn't there for how to actually build kill teams, the app is. In conclusion, there are a few differences between the Lite and core rules, some that I think are significant, such as obscurity, vantage points, and how to treat terrain. The price tag of the core book is $60 in the US. I bought mine for a little less with some tokens, but you'll have to decide if it's worth it for you. I know everyone went nuts when the rules were stated as being free, but that's just not the case in my opinion with some of the omissions that I consider core game elements. If I missed anything or you have any comments, just leave those down below. Supporters Club, your names are on the screen now. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far in the video, you've done more than enough to support the channel. I ask for absolutely nothing. We will see you in the next one. Take care.